Hi guys, welcome.
Hello.
No. Sorry. I feel like you look very posh and I don't.
Well, I want to fit with the segment, with the episode,
aesthetic.
the aesthetic that already people know what it is, but we wanna bring that vibes.
We want to bring the vibes. Today's episode is not only is it a trend, but it is
It's
an
a lifestyle.
accessory. It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It is. We're all talking about something we've all want. The
Mhm.
coveted.
If you watch Gossip Girl,
If you
vibes.
watch Sex in the City.
Sex in the City,
If you are really just
a fashion girly.
a fashion girl.
If you watched The Devil Wears Prada,
Yeah.
if you watched,
I feel like this is something that if you're a fashion girly,
Mhm.
the day you get to buy this for yourself, it has to be to commemorate something special. Something big. Important.
big. How you already said that.
We're talking about the Birkin bag today.
The Birkin bag.
The
And,
Birkin.
Our
history.
the history, the
Pop
origins, the culture, the vibes,
The
the
accessorizing.
designers, the stylists, the
How to wear it.
How to wear it. Yeah.
Do we own a Birkin?
No,
Not yet.
But guess what?
But this is if
This
I did
is
own one.
this is the time we can manifest. We can talk about it. We can dream because who knows?
Let's be
Who
real.
knows? We
What
can,
color
like,
Birkin would you get?
that lighty brown.
Shut
one.
I want one. Okay.
What the fuck?
Because I was thinking like a dark brown or your standard like almost there's like a black blue color. that
Oh,
I
I seen that
really
one. Also, I think actually I like a dark chocolate brown. That one would be cute.
Oh, that would be cute. I could see you with that. You're such a
Actually,
brown
A
like
brown, ready,
like espresso girl.
I'm very fall colors vibes.
yeah.
You know.
You're very yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Natalie tends to go more neutral, so that
Mhm.
would work.
I'm danger. I just feel
I could see it. Especially with
scared.
her little haircut, like her little Gracie Abrams haircut.
Yeah.
Stop. It looks so good.
But yeah, so that's our episode
episode
today. But as you already know on our previous episode.
Well, first, what are we wearing to intro? No?
Oh,
Yeah.
what are you wearing?
Okay, I feel like when I have my Birkin bag, right? I
This would
want
be
to
the outfit you
wear. Yeah, I want to wear it in a casual way, but I also want to have it a little bit more sophisticated.
Okay.
So a
okay.
cardigan would definitely have to bring in that cozy vibe.
Mhm.
So I have this green cardigan from Reformation. I love this color so much.
Nice
In
color.
real life, I think it's just like it goes with my skin a little bit better.
It's a little bit more like deep.
It's like a deep avocado.
Where on screen it doesn't show how
No.
deep it is, but if you have gone into Reformation and you've seen
probably
the
seen
color green, it's that one.
And also, like, I feel like it's very fall vibe, very
Mhm.
New York. That's the kind of vibe I would, like,
Yeah.
want to dress it up as. And then I have this, like, little graphic tee from Brandy, which I think is really cute. And it's just, like, a little cheeky. And then I have my Levi's baggy dad jeans, as always.
Yeah.
The black ones. And then my golas, guys. This is my
Are we
month of my
surprised?
golas.
The day that she does not wear her golas, let's all go.
I feel like I tend to have, like, an accessory that I, like, go to.
And that's your
And then that's
golas.
what I wear for, like,
That's your golas.
an insane amount of time, and
Yeah.
then I forget about it.
Yeah.
So right now I'm in this, maybe later it'll be my Birkin.
Yeah.
What about you?
I won't explain what I'm wearing from the waist down because that is work attire.
She's giving COVID.
I'm giving COVID, but from the waist up.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I really like it.
I'm wearing this Brandy Mavel. Yeah, Brandy.
Melville.
Brandy off the shoulder black knitted sweater.
It looks classy.
It's okay, so they had a t-shirt. I tried the t-shirt on,
Mhm.
but I love this one better.
It's a bit thicker.
It was cold when I bought it, and then somehow the following week it got a little bit harder. And I was like, well, I can't wear it. And I said, for the Birkin bag
You can wear
episode,
it.
I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna
Is
be
the
posh.
AC on right now in the car?
Full blast. Yes, it is. If you hear it, it is on. But also, I saw that I think it's Hollister. Hollister has like a creamy ivory color, and they have like a I think a brown or gray or one of those colors. I don't know why.
I feel like it's a good basic. Like
It
fall
is.
basic.
Yeah. So I'm like,
And it looks cute,
I'm gonna get that
and
too.
elegant. Yeah.
Cute, elegant. You can literally put on some like denim jeans and like
straight legs
with
some
you're
boots.
good. Like also like
Black.
you don't have to like really dress it up because the item itself is like a very dress type. I think it's just how you accessorize it,
Which I like how
to
you
give the
accessorize
vibes, you know, like so yeah. But that is what I'm wearing some jewelry, some necklaces.
Also, can
yeah.
we petition for Natalie to cut her hair shorter?
Oh,
Because she doesn't. She wants to grow it out. Guys, help me, please, please. Oh, there is people. Ooh. Are they coming? Are they coming? You might.
Okay.
Let's bring it to our Natalie's favorite segment that we started, because we're trying
Yappin'
to
Flash.
organize the yappin'.
Yappin' News Flash.
This is.
I had a better phrase.
I think you said the fashion yap hour.
Fashion Yap Hour.
That's what you
Let's see how we feel with that. You know,
Let's
let it. What is it?
marinate. Okay. First off,
Well, we will always give 3.
we'll always try to give 3.
So this is the first one.
First one, guys, Drew Starkey, his
That's
red
all.
carpet
That's all.
outfits.
Just your Starkey.
If you don't know, if you're watching, which I feel like a fake fan because I haven't seen the last season. I have 2 seasons to catch up on for Outer Banks. But the promo that they are starting to do, the red carpet looks that they're starting to do, Drew Starkey is killing it. Also, a man who can pull off a little earring, a little buzz cut. Sorry, Harry couldn't do that.
I will. Yeah. Oh, the buzz cut.
The buzz
I was
cut,
like,
the buzz
yeah,
cut, the
he
buzz
had an
cut.
earring, and I was like, oh, that's.
But
wrong.
Drew Starkey has, and he can, and he's killing the red carpet
killing
looks. He's working it.
Yeah.
So we love a man who can dress. All right, now what's the next
On
one?
other news, on our topic of men.
Yeah.
The promo, the press,
It started.
the interviews have started for
Gladiator, guys.
Roman numeral 2.
You have to insert like a giant Roman numeral too.
I can't say 2. It's Roman numeral 2.
Guys,
The picture that is on the movie theater right across the street
we're
of
literally
his
at the movie
thighs.
theater.
Of
We're
his
literally
thighs.
at the-
Leslie said, "Do you think I could get that poster?" And I said, "Honey,
Guys,
you don't know who you're talking to.
this is the
You
thing.
don't know who you're talking to."
This is the thing. I want to say I watched the first one. I mean, I was younger, so obviously, like, I wasn't into like men yet, right? I watched it for the history. I watched it for the knowledge, and it's a great film. It's a great film. It was my
Thick
Roman
thighs.
Empire. It was my Roman Empire for the actual Roman Empire. This next one
Is her actual woman
is my Roman Empire for the men.
because of the main character himself, Paul
What can I
Mescal.
say? I am an adult. I am a woman, and
I have needs.
if you when these men are bloody, like, okay, I'll watch it for the film. Respect the work.
Riley Scott.
Is that his name?
Yeah, that's the
You
director.
did a great job casting.
Let's
cut it at that.
córtale, mija. Córtale, mi mija.
The next one.
Because of us talking about Birkin, we thought, what better way to wrap this segment to introduce the Birkin bag history
With the queen.
with the queen of posh, of beauty, of gossip girly hour, Miss Leighton Meester.
She's going to come out in the Buccaneers.
Season 2.
Which we love. Also,
Her
her
husband,
husband,
Adam Brody,
which we all knew.
from the OC.
For some reason, people forgot.
Is
He's
a
the
beautiful
internet's new boyfriend. Guys, we've been knowing this.
Dilf.
Have you been watching the OC?
I've been watching Shazam. He also came out. in
He
those,
also
and
came out in
pretty cute. He
Shazam.
was pretty cute.
He came out in Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
He came
People
out in-
often forget that fact.
Yeah.
So I didn't forget about him. Apparently the internet remembered him, which we're glad.
I
But
don't
yes.
remember, but I'm just kidding.
But also,
he was on his prime.
he's in his prime. But also,
He's in his prime right now.
he's in his prime right now. So is Leighton Meester. We love that they're kind of, Also, didn't they come out on a show together?
Yes, single.
Single parents.
or something
Cute.
like that, yeah.
Cute.
Mhm.
We love that. And
But
we
yeah,
love to see her in the Buccaneers now.
This is the wrap.
This
This
is it.
is the cut. Moving on to Next segment, guys. We're cutting.
We're trying to be a bit more organized.
Cut.
Okay. All right. Now, if you clicked on this video, this is genuinely why you're here, because
Maybe they're not.
Lee Birkin bag, or you're here to listen to my beautiful voice. Either one, I support that. Let's start this episode.
Let's start this.
I feel like you should start it this time, because I usually start it. Last video, I started it. Hi.
Oh! I was like, what? Hi, I'm Natalia.
And I'm Leslie Marie.
And this is the We Are Fashionaly Late podcast,
where we talk about the clothing we wear and the untold but very true stories about why we wear what we wear. You guys know it already.
Boom, 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 boom. Let's go to the segment of history.
The history of the Birkin bag. For all of those who are uneducated or all of those who need a reminder. Not in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, maybe they don't know.
In the fashion world.
In the fashion
are not
world.
educated in the fashion world. Okay. I'm so
this
sorry.
is why we're here. We're the besties that get to share this info.
Yeah.
So the Birkin bag is actually named after an actress / singer called Jane Birkin, right? There is this story, which is true, about how she was in a flight or something. She usually carried like these straw bags that kind of had everything in there. And she sat next to the icon himself, the designer at the time, who was the CEO of Hermès, Jean-Louis Dumas, on a flight. They were, I think, on their way from Paris to London or something like that.
Mm.
And so, basically, this was in 1981. He kind of sat next to her. Well, they sat next to each other on the flight, which, what are the odds, right? But anyways.
When it's meant to be.
He saw the bag, he saw the kind of chaos around it, and he's like, what if I just design a bag for you that would carry everything? That whole flight, they kind of like started like drawing, sketching, like what would she want in this ideal bag to fit everything. Lo and behold, she became his muse for that, and that bag is iconic now. And so her difficulty was finding a leather bag that would fit everything. That wasn't going to be slouchy.
And we know, girlies, it's hard. It's hard to find a bag that carries all of our little necessities, like our sunny angels.
Also, I feel like that's another thing too, that like we carry a lot of stuff.
We do.
Like we do.
We either carry too many bags or we carry one big bag with everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's no in between.
No.
So I feel like the Birkin bag, you know, even though it's on the expensive side, but it's like that's the it girl type of bag that you need.
You can do it for work, for travel, for literally everything, and it looks stylish, it looks elegant and timeless. So that's kind of like a little history of how it came to be. But
the design process of it. So the Birkin bag is crafted with a high quality leather material.
Yes,
you can have exotic skins like an alligator.
Yeah, which will often be way more expensive.
It just, you know, it depends on what material the bag itself was made.
Yeah, price would go up.
Yeah, and it features like the distinctive like designs,
the hardware with
the flap closure. We got the double handles. We love the double handles. I feel like that makes a bag more sturdy when it has a double handles. Yeah. The lock and the key that we all know, the iconic.
Which you have to be careful so it doesn't scratch the leather.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, can we talk about how the value of the Birkin bag goes up? So you could literally invest in this piece,
but it goes up.
It still goes up in value. You're not losing money.
Yeah. And how we said how the girlies we carry so much, so it has a spacious like interior and this craftsmanship that is impeccable for your everyday type of use, whether it be for work, for school, for yourself, for mamas, whatever it is. Yeah. It is there. And because of this, the popularity of the Birkin bag became a symbol of luxury, as we still know to this day.
She is that
and
girl.
Exclusivity. I feel like it's like how Leslie had said about how you buy the Birkin and the value goes up because of how beautiful this piece is and how like it's like an impeccable like craftsmanship that the Birkin bag is and how it was designed for that.
I feel like a lot of times when people hear luxury, right? Everything's handmade, obviously.
Yeah.
But this process it takes months to get your bag. It also
Mhm.
takes months for you to be able to order this bag. You have to be a client with Hermès. You have to buy other things
Mhm.
before you even get the opportunity to
To get
buy this
the
bag.
Birkin
So
bag.
the exclusivity is real. I
Mhm.
feel like a lot of people who get it like quickly, it's because they've bought it secondhand, which there's no problem with that.
No.
But I feel like if you
It's like a status among
Yeah.
like the celebrities, the fashionistas,
Yeah.
and collectors, like in general. Like you having a Birkin bag isn't just like your every like day type of bag that you can buy anywhere. It's like
she
you
luxurious
have to, like how you said, reach to a certain
status
in the brand itself in order to get
design your own bag.
design your own thing.
Yeah.
And how he says the Birkin bag, you design it. It
Mhm.
also comes in different sizes.
Mhm.
The most common being like the 25 centimeters to 40 centimeters.
Which is the one we pretty
one
much
that
see.
we always see, the one that carries everything we need in our lives. And you choose the style,
Mhm.
the size, the color, the materials,
Mhm. The
hardware, the embellishments. Sometimes you can even adorn it with like diamonds.
Yeah, a lot of people. Or you can like get your name engraved.
Name
stuff
engraved.
Like that.
So I feel like getting to that tier of getting your own Birkin bag, that you're there, you want to make sure that it's like yours, like it's specialized.
It's very personalized
for you. It's like your personalized bag, that it's like it's a one of a kind type of style,
Mhm.
just for you type of thing.
Which I think that's why it makes it so interesting. Is because
Mhm.
it's very personalized.
Very
From
personalized.
the beginning, it was personalized for Jane, and now it's being personalized individually
us.
for each
For the
person.
girlies,
For the girlies.
for the fashionistas.
I feel like I wouldn't mind getting it secondhand, in the sense that, like, obviously it'd be a bit more affordable, but I mean, I say affordable, it's like 20 grand. But I feel like that's another thing too. You wouldn't have designed it. It's almost
Mm-mm.
like you pick the one that's there.
That's there.
Type of vibe.
And also like this is like a handmade bag, so
It's
it's
a
like very like delicate in a way.
It takes
As like
time.
an artiste myself, something that's ever like handmade,
The craftsmanship.
the craftsmanship, like everything that goes in, it's like such a delicate type of like thing that it's
Mhm.
like you have to take care of it, and you have to like
For sure.
really like
Appreciate it.
appreciate the art for what it is,
And the time it took
and the
to
time it
make
took,
it.
and the people that were in that whole project of building that bag for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's just really like cool because you're like a little designer,
Mhm.
getting to do that. Another thing too, I feel like it's huge with pop culture.
Yes.
I don't know if it's because it was Jane Birkin herself, an actress and a singer. It kind of spiraled into the pop cultural world.
Mhm.
But we see it a lot in movies and TV shows, which we know, Sex in the City. Girly, Samantha and Carrie have a bag. They do.
Yeah.
They have the bag. Which I know for the show, like maybe they were used as like the stylists got them and their props for the filming.
Mhm.
But we also know that the actresses themselves could probably afford
them
the bag now.
with all the episodes in the season.
Yeah. With all the movies.
It was a little gift, like a
Yeah.
rap party gift.
And so you see it very much intertwined with
Mhm.
that show. You also see it, how we were saying, in
Mhm.
Gossip
In
Girl.
Gossip Girl.
Blair has her Birkin.
Mhm. The Devil Wears Prada.
Devil Wears Prada.
Very, how we said, fashion.
High-end.
Very like fashion type of vibes are going in.
I feel like another thing too, in like TVs and movies,
Mhm.
it's very much associated with New York.
Yeah.
Yet it was designed on their way from Paris to London.
Yeah.
And it's very much a Parisian style, the way Jane would wear it.
Mhm.
Which I think it's so interesting that now in our day and time we correlate it with New York.
Mhm.
I don't know, I just think it's just also about like where fashion lives. You have these places. It is Paris, it is New York, it is, these areas that have very fashion forward, or where like I feel like the creativity for fashion kind of starts. You have fashion houses there.
Yeah.
So I think that's also
And
very
like the
interesting.
cultural impact it has done as the years gone by, from when it was initially designed to now, and how it's changed in a way from what
From what it used to be.
Alrighty, diving into now our next segment, which is like the pop culture vibe of a Birkin bag. How we said it's a very fashion type of bag, and fashion icons that we've seen wear them frequently, in like magazines and blogs and discussions, and just out and about. We have like Victoria Beckham.
We do. The queen herself.
Miss Posh herself.
She gotta have it.
She's gotta have it. We also have, as we know, the Olsen twins.
The Olsen twins. I
The
feel
Olsen
like
twins.
also the way they wear it is so iconic because it's this piece of luxury,
Yes.
yet they always have it, and it's so like disheveled
Yes.
and like tore up, beat up, which I mean, in a way, it's like it's well loved.
Yeah, and them themselves, you know, not forgetting about the other celebrities, but them to themselves, like the Olsen twins, them, and then Victoria Beckham, are also like fashion powerhouse women.
Amazing. Yeah, they have their own brands.
They have their own brands. They have their own fashion line. They are very well impacted in the whole entertainment industry and now in the fashion
world.
So they were able to dive into that part.
Mhm.
And so these are discussions that we have like in the books, in the movies and the shows and all that stuff about the Birkin bag.
I feel like there's this sense of trust in what fashion choices they have, right?
Yes.
So whatever like style that they're going for, it automatically, like, you see it and you're intrigued by it and you want to replicate it.
Exactly.
I feel like I would love to have a Birkin bag that I just like tore up, but not like on purpose. It's just because I've been wearing it so much.
It's loved. It's been loved. I think it's like that's the
worn.
difference between it actually being torn up and people destroying it to actually it being loved and appreciated and used.
More than just like a piece on my wardrobe that I look at.
No, it's like you're using it for what it was intended for, you know?
And there's daily use.
For it.
I feel like that's another thing too.
Yeah.
When it comes to luxury bags, you can either go the route of like it becomes this piece in almost like your closet museum that you want to look at and admire, but you like are afraid to wear.
Like,
or you wear the shit out of it.
Because you know that like that was something you've wanted and you're gonna use it. Like it's always this thing, I think, this mentality that especially like the Gen Zs and even the millennials have, where it's like by the time the amount of money that I spent for like a piece of clothing or for shoes or for a bag or etc., by the time that I get it or the amount of times that I use it, it would have paid itself off.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I think
girl math.
So I think at the same time as a Birkin, yes, it costs like 20 grand.
Yeah.
Even if you get secondhand or whatever, but by the time that you've used it, the time that you're gonna invest into this bag of what you're gonna use it for, you would have paid for it by itself. Yeah, technically, with time. Yeah, not with money, with time.
With time, because this is something that usually gets passed down through generations. Yes. So it wouldn't just be your lifetime; it would be your child's or your grandchild's, especially if it becomes like this heirloom. Yeah. And so I think that also makes sense with it.
And again, for it being such a higher price of a luxury item, in the music industry, we often see artists referring to the Birkin bag in their lyrics or even in the album art
or even in their music videos.
As a symbol of wealth and success. Yeah, which
definitely check out our playlist for this particular episode. We'll put it up on our Insta stories, and it'll live on the little icon thingy. Yes. But definitely check it out. I feel like this one was the most interesting because there's songs that talk about the Birkin. There's songs named after the Birkin, but there's also songs that just radiate the Birkin vibes. Yes. So definitely check it out. We got a little Lana Del Rey in there.
Yes.
Yep.
And now in the literature part, music, we have the songs. Also, there's writing. There's writing involved for this. There's writing involved in the movies and the shows and the series that we see of that mention a Birkin bag, or just simply the character carrying the Birkin bag. Yeah. But anything that it's associated to a character or in a book or whatever it may be, another like symbol, a highlight that it does, it has to do with like sophistication. Yeah. Very posh.
Which I think it's so interesting that this like piece has such a cultural significance, where it's like people know the Birkin bag, even if they don't, if they've never really seen one, if they've never even had the mind to purchase one, what a Birkin bag is, and who's worn it, and what it means.
Yes.
Kind of,
Mhm.
you know, even if it's like surface level, but it's I think it's so interesting because it's just like it's in the like the end of it, right?
Mhm.
It's a bag, it's an accessory.
Yes.
Like there's so many bags that have been made before, so many bags that have been made after.
Mhm.
The distinction between this is that this is such a cultural significance,
Mhm.
which I think is so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like overall, like the bag is like such a, it's like a piece of accessory of a clothing to tie in your like outfit
Yeah.
and stuff, but it also has a lot to do with who you are
Your
as a
lifestyle.
person, your lifestyle, your personality, like
Mhm.
what is the type of vibe that you're trying to give off
Yeah.
when carrying a Birkin.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like I would love to be very demure about it. I don't think I would, like, guys, literally, like, if this ever happens, you guys have the right to tell me to tone it down. I don't think I would ever be the person who would, like, post, like, showing it off. I feel like that's not classy. That's not what the
No.
Birkin is about. I feel like I would love to be like the Olsen twins, where it's like you see it with me because this thing is torn up, this thing is beaten up, this thing is with
It's been with me 24/7
24/7
every single day of my life.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not me like, oh my gosh, my Birkin.
Mhm.
Like, no, that's kind of gross.
Yeah.
If I ever act like that, tell me.
Yes.
Like, slap me in the internet face, if that makes sense.
You know.
Yeah. Like, call me out on that shit, because
Yeah.
I don't want to do like that.
But
yes.
now, how would you style your Birkin bag?
I feel like I love
Diving
the
into
charms.
the next topic.
Yeah, I feel like another thing too, it's customization, right?
Mhm.
Which we said you can get things embellished. You know, you can style it depending on your outfit. If you're doing casual, if you're doing business,
Evening glam.
yeah,
Street
if you're
style
going out,
statement like the Olsen
traveling,
twins. Mhm.
yeah. I feel like the way I would personalize it, I love the whole charm thing.
Yes.
I would definitely add charms.
Mhm.
I would add cute trinkets and accessories that
Mhm.
mean something to me.
Yeah.
Like, the first thing that I think would come to mind, you know, Dad's gold like bracelet.
Mhm.
I would definitely get that fixed so then I can add it to there,
that, mhm.
and then add maybe like a charm on it, like
Mhm.
one of his charms that he had from his necklaces
Yeah.
that he had. I feel like I saw also people adding earrings, which is so
Ooh.
interesting. So it would be like hoop earrings,
Yeah.
and you kind of like add it as charms on the little
thingy.
chain.
It's
which is
giving
really
like
cool.
you know how like the Coach has like the cherry like charm thingy, like
Yeah,
something
the
like
bag.
that you can like accessorize like that. I've seen a lot where people do like the
Bows.
scarves or bows
Mhm.
and stuff. So very like coquette type of thing.
Which, interesting enough, the whole scarf around the wrap of the handle bag,
Mhm.
it's to protect it.
Yeah.
Which is so interesting too, that
Mhm.
it just became a trend. Also, you would have obviously one of the Hermès little scarves
Yes.
around it.
Yeah.
So,
Hermès.
Yeah.
all the even like a little bag of it in itself. You know,
Yes,
like something
I saw
like
that too.
But like my AirPods or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like even like a little like tote bag. So like if I go grocery shopping,
Yes,
like, I pull it
that's
out or
so
something.
cute.
That'd be
That's
so cute.
I would definitely
Mhm.
like love that too.
To do that, yeah.
I feel like also like having your own like color, if
Yes.
that makes sense, right?
Mhm.
Because obviously like the brown and the black are very classic, very elegant, but I feel like if you found a color that kind of represents you, so like if your favorite color is green or blue or whatever it is,
Mhm.
like those colors, like, and you made it so it's like
Yeah.
it's you wore it every day, or even if
Mhm.
it's like the color of the season, I
Mhm.
think would be so interesting.
Yeah. And like how you said, like this is your, if you think about it, your forever bag.
Your forever bag.
So how do you want your forever bag to look?
Yeah.
And how would you like it to resemble who you are as a
Who you are.
person
Yeah.
in your style, and what kind of statement you want to give off carrying the Birkin bag?
Yeah.
You know, are you going to go towards more of the casual chic, the business attire, the fashion streetwear type of statement? Like,
yeah.
what is a Birkin bag for you?
Yeah.
And I think it holds a lot of meaning to that.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it is a very expensive type of bag that a lot of people like tend to like complain about, but it's at the end of the day, it's your forever bag.
And I feel like it has a lot to do with who you are, like,
And all the
shown on
milestones
bag.
that you've
Yeah.
had to accomplish. Yes, in purchasing other Hermes like
items.
But in general,
or even
in
if
your
you
life,
get it secondhand, I feel like it could commemorate something like
important.
you know,
like there's
your
people
30s or getting married, you know, whatever.
there's people even as well. Like I'm thinking about like Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
She's a law student.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of law students tend to get the Birkin bag too.
Yeah, once they graduate.
Once they officially pass the bar and everything,
Mm-hmm.
that's their first item for themselves. So it's like the Birkin bag has so much more meaning than it being
Just being an
a
accessory.
bag.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot to do with milestones. It has to do with achievements. It has to do with yourself as a person and what it means.
Sorry, you know what I also think that it has a lot to do with? I think it also goes back to the intent of the creation of it.
Yes.
And that still resonates throughout it now.
Yes.
Right? So it was literally designed for someone and their lifestyle, and that became the overall theme of what that bag means, which I think is so interesting.
And I mean, to wrap this whole episode itself, of course, we always give a little poll or little questions, and we want to know about you guys. Like, is a Birkin bag something that you would like to have in the near future, or is it something what kind? You know, how would you style it? How would you personalize it? Or is it even something that you didn't even come across until now? Yeah, and now figuring out a little bit more of the design process of it and everything. Is it something that you're interested in? Yeah, you know.
But thank you guys for listening. This is a little bit shorter because it is a double release, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for a little bit more. I hope you guys enjoy. Love you. Sending
Our
you
camera's
virtual kisses and hugs. Yes, that's also
so we can't really close off the episode, but we'll close it off right now.
I'm just kidding.
I literally pressed the button before we said it. Bye, Queenies. Love you.
See you next episode.
Bye. Birkin bags.